Greetings, Internet traders. David here, TradingFibs.com, to bring you the daily trend for week 32, day 1. It's Monday, August 8, 2016. Hey, disclaimer, guys. I got to tell you that you should always seek financial advisement when trading with your money. These videos are for educational purposes only to support your knowledge in the market. Yep, educational purposes only. See what's going through my head on any given day. Though if you were in the trading room, you'd know what was going through my head today. Always make sure you have a solid trading plan and always manage your stop when placing a trade. Yeah, I mean that. You should have a trading plan if you're taking this serious. Alright, let's take a look here. Where's my economy? Well, we didn't have much in economic information today. That's alright. Labor market conditions, positive number today. Very small weekday here, guys, as we're playing our all-time highs here. 37 ticks total, NQ26, 2 setups, and 1 on the ES. Really a non-trending day, even though market action did come down. So a weak start to the week, but hey, you know, ticks are ticks, and we got a couple here. That was the overnight and pre-market. Well, actually, pre-market was way up above, but trading session to the downside got a little piece of that ES to the downside as price action moved down here, as well as on the ES. That was the NQ, YM, and ES. Trying to get as many charts in sync. There it was, 5 charts in the red. The NQ to the downside, giving a nice setup right there on the ES and the NQ. There was the ES, at least 3 charts in the red. Price action again, for the most part, higher momentum upside, but again, you don't want to sit out some of those moves that give you an opportunity. So getting out right before the Globex low, and obviously didn't go any further and soon just decided to bail there. And price action on the NQ, again, first opportunity downside didn't work out, stopped out, re-entry downside, and pretty much chopped out the rest of the day. NQ with a nice setup towards the end of the session. Hey guys, if you're interested pre-market, just to kind of get your mindset of where things are, check out Ken Polcari. Kenneth Polcari, check him out on Twitter, website. Get a little morning newsletter with a little recipe in your box, kind of give you a heads up of where we are macro wise, but that has nothing to do with where the markets are headed on any given day. And that's exactly where we went. AD line came down today, pushing to the downside, stalling a little bit there at the 750. That was one of those hesitant entries, and then finally broke through, and that's what I was waiting for. Bound back up right to the 750 and then pushed downside with a little push up here at the end. Good market internal to watch every day. All right, let's go ahead and jump right into how do we do on the fib projection levels. Taking a look, price action again hitting all 3 targets downside. Again, it's not end of the line, it's just simply a nice level to have in reflection to the previous day action from low to high, and so those are automatically plotted on the charts here as really they held up for the most part for today's price action. Again, ES tucked a little bit below that, but for the most part held across the board on the NQ and YM, so nice move across the boards. Take a look at the daily gaps. Again, still open gaps below on all 3 indices. Crude after a low, bouncing up and leaving ourselves a nice open gap now from Friday's session here at 42.03. So we did close out an open gap down here on our way down. We do have another open gap down here at 37.90. So price action rebounding upside. Again, we'll see where this resistance is. 43.74, a very viable target now on the pullback. But again, open gaps all across the board on the indices, so keep those in mind as the NQ playing at all-time highs up here. Already breaking the all-time high zone with an open gap. Starting to lead a little bit towards the downside. Always watching that VPOC every day for former points of control. Those can be levels just like we see daily gaps that are closed out each day. Again, a little consolidation both here Friday and Monday. Again, remember we had that weak profile on Friday, so a lot of that volume holding down in that outlier right there. Good example of repair of market action. That's a good example right there. All right, taking a look at the 5-minute charts. 5-minute charts across the board. Again, crude coming back up. Bounces out of that 25-minute open range up to the average high. Love that average high plotted each day. And a high here around R3 today. And coming back down, settling around the Globex high. Again, pretty much chop across the board. There you go. ES, nothing really to talk about. Watch that 25-minute open range in the morning. Look for the breakthrough. Watch your cam lines. Really didn't come anywhere near. YM holding at the pivot here. All right, let's take a look at the daily trend. Before we get to the daily trend, let's take a look at the VIX today. VIX today has price action moving downwards. Again, that VIX in that zone. You got to watch that zone down here. That zone that I'm talking about. Let's get that chart up. And if we slide up here just a little bit, you can see what I'm talking about. That's right, that sell signal in the market when price action on the VIX tucks below that 12. You got to watch for market reaction. So as long as we hold in here, indecision time, if the VIX pops back up, obviously we'll see reverse action in the market. So we got some decision time here. Again, we could come lower. That VIX can come down to the range low here, 9.3. Yeah, we've hit it in the past. So we got some room here still to go. Even though we're at all-time highs, we can still go higher. Kind of that IBD philosophy there. Price action to the downside here on the VIX. Again, if you're wanting to trade the ETF there you go, VXX. A price action holding underneath the 5200. Bigger picture on the weekly and daily and 4-hour chart. Again, kind of slowing down here, but again, momentum all across the board. Heiken Ashi oscillators here. Again, at the lows, continuing the sell signal here, and 4-hour trend kind of becoming a little bit more stable, kind of slowing down here as we see price action again in the bigger picture. So if you're looking for it to continue lower, watch for a little pullback like we see here. Let me zoom that open so you can see what I'm talking about. There you go. A little pullback gives you an opportunity to splice in to the big picture, which is all around to the downside. So VIX is tradable on the VXX. All right, let's take a look at the charts. Daily trend across the board is price action on the crude. Again, nice move. That was pre-market. Buy signal, 5 charts in the green. So crude, a really nice move. There it is at the open. Mentioned it at the beginning of the session. And then you had another opportunity. Buy signal here towards the European close and mid-session. And that was it. Sell signal to the downside underneath the T350. Only on 2 charts. But again, nice move in the morning. Probably one of the better trends of the session. YM, again, a lot of chop here. As price action held within the open range, broke through underneath the T350. But long tails really didn't move much there today. That's pretty much your price action for the session. So again, you know, bigger picture, maybe you're on a higher time frame, bring your stop to the swing size. You might have sat this down. Again, talking on a 20-tick chart, but if you're looking at 10.7, again, if volume's kind of low here, you always have the option to go to a lower time frame like a 6.3 and try and get another entry. Any lower, you get more noise in the market, a lot more bars, so there's a 5.4. Again, if you don't, again, like I said, low volume gives you more opportunities, but again, makes more noise during the session. So yeah, not a bad move, but again, you got to remember how many bars do you have set up. Well, 10, 13, 10, 10, 13. So nice move to the YM to the downside. Probably just let that go and just sat that out. But anyway, moving on. NQ, there it is. Price action again. Similar picture to the downside as the sell signal. There it was. Market open, stopped out, and re-entry downside for the most part for the rest of the day. Again, when you got a low volume day, you're on a 10.7 chart. You go to a 6.3, and there you go. You got a couple opportunities. For re-entry, maybe if you wanted to get a couple more ticks in, you could have done. Again, end of the trading session on the 10.7 chart to the upside on the NQ here. Right there, buy signal to the upside. Nice move, T3 moving averages. So for the most part, downtrend today. A little bit chopped towards the end of the session. Probably could have done a lot better, but for a low volume Monday, just pretty much let it go. All right, taking a look at the ES across the board, same picture. Price action on the lift from Friday as we sit at the all-time high. Again, whatever you're listening to, good analysts out there thinking about where we might be going. Either way, you got to watch the charts every single day. I know that when it comes to daily gaps, we have plenty downside, so that can be an attraction for the market to turn around. Hey, it's supply and demand here, so if the market ends up turning around, we know exactly where we're going. Watch the intraday charts and hopefully get a quick runner on, or at least run the contracts and just make the judgment intraday. As far as the bigger picture, we'll take a look here in the moment. But as far as trading today, sell signal downside underneath the T350. You got at least 3 charts in sync. 50 eventually did not. It took a while for the 50 Actually, these charts, I apologize, I believe they are, I did not reorder these. So the bottom row, when I look at the setups here, the 50 is underneath the 144. That's chart number 5. We've recently moved that up to chart number 3. So I apologize. I will get that fixed for tomorrow's briefing here. All right, taking a look at the gold here is price action on the gold, price action chopping. Actually, let me go back there for a second. Let's make sure. Very possible. I know you can see all those. Yeah, it's the last chart, so I got to go ahead and fix that. Anyway, taking a look at the gold here, price action again overnight. That's Friday, overnight session, very choppy. A little bit of a setup here within the Globex session. Sell signal pullback, and there was a nice move to the downside. Globex low. That was pretty much it on the gold and 6E across the board. Nice move on Friday. Coming off Friday's move, 6E, you can see didn't move much overnight. Low volume, low volume, low volume. All right, taking a look at the daily big pick as we roll out the rest of the week. Again, that crude, I talked about open gaps. Look at that, 50% resistance. We got 61.8 down here at 38.26 with an open gap down in that zone. Again, we're back up at the 200. We got an open gap up above, sitting in between that 50-200. So I go to the 4-hour chart. I watch the 4-hour chart. We've been in a downtrend. Nice move. Got a pullback. You had a pullback within pullback here to continue trend. Nope, didn't go. Comes up, resistance at the T3 at the 50 EMA, and now continues to move upside. So you want to watch for the open gap. Open gap up here at 43.74, and you want to watch the 144 EMA. If we break through up there, then I look for continued trend. I got now myself a Fibonacci extension. All right, taking a look, price action here. Average, moving average, I'm sorry, the 60-day average for volume. Again, price action holding under, so under par today as price action holds up still at the highs. Again, got to watch these T3 moving averages. We're in a uptrend pullback. The 10 EMA, the higher time frame, is upside where the 5 is now red, so that's a pullback. But we are above T350 on all 3 indices. Again, T350 slope on the YM and ES pointing downward, so not so convinced yet that we're going to continue upside. I want to see both the T3 moving averages on the ES and YM pushing back up, so I'm going to get both white bars here. And holding above the 144 and 50 gives us the green background, so continued trend to the upside. So intraday, got to be ready both directions. Bigger picture, if you're looking at the ETFs, we're holding up at the highs. Price action can still hold higher. Don't have any levels up here other than daily fib levels, or looking at the 5-minute charts each day to see where there's resistance, maybe on a cam line, a Globex high, London session, whatever it might be. Makes trading a lot easier. So gotta go with the market trend right now. Still in an upside uptrend. Any pullback, I'll look for it to close out daily gaps this week. Again, as far as economic data, pretty light this week. As next week we'll get into a little bit heavier econ week, but earnings still rolling out. So market can pull anything over our eyes any day as it does each week. All right. That concludes the day's daily trend for Monday, August 8th, 2016. Feel free to stop by at tradingfibs.com or any of my social media outlets to obtain more information. My mantra of one simple strategy: any market, any chart, any time frame will keep you disciplined. You can find me every day on Twitter and at Trading Fibs. As always, I leave the crystal ball to the experts. I only trade what's in front of me and on my charts. And as always, I leave my bias at the door when trading. Hey guys, have yourselves a Blue Zone Monday, wherever you may be. We are in August. Who knows what will happen in August, right? Trading can go either direction, as we have seen as we get closer to election season. All right, that's it. We'll see you tomorrow. Good day, good night, and hopefully tomorrow's a better day. Good trading to you. Peace out.